So now that you know what Amazon advertising is, I am going to get to the crux of the video where I'll be teaching you how you can create your first PPC campaign on Seller Central. It is going to be a really exciting process, so make sure that you're hooked in till the last moment. If you already own a business or you're planning to expand that business to Amazon, you already know how important advertising is to reach those potential customers. When it comes to Amazon advertising, obviously it's no different because Amazon advertising does not only help you reach your potential customers, it has now become an essential part of your Amazon selling strategy. The blatant truth about Amazon is if you want to rank high on Amazon, optimized listing is obviously very important, but you also need to understand that without advertising campaign, it's become really tough to get those sales because Amazon now is very competitive. So in this video, I will be teaching you how you can create your first Amazon PPC campaign on Seller Central. It's an educational video. That means I'll be teaching you different aspects of Amazon advertising and the different options that are available for you. And then we are going to be creating a PPC campaign. So let's dive right in. Before we begin, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Do not forget to hit that like button and click the bell icon to be notified each time we post a video. That will help you stay on top of everything that's happening on Amazon. So let's start it. For those who are new to Amazon advertising and do not know what Amazon PPC stands for, let's understand what it is. Amazon Pay-per-click is Amazon's own advertising platform that uses an auction-style system in which the advertisers can bid on relevant keywords. It uses a pay-per-click model, which means the advertisers pay only if a potential customer clicks and views the advertised product. This model is also known as cost per click, popularly known as CPC. When a PPC campaign is managed and optimized well, it can significantly boost the product's visibility and sales. This will also boost the product's organic ranking, thereby ensuring long-term success. So now that you know what Amazon advertising is, I am going to get to the crux of the video where I'll be teaching you how you can create your first PPC campaign on Seller Central. It is going to be a really exciting process, so make sure that you're hooked in till the last moment. So obviously the step one is to sign into your Seller Central account, and from your homepage, hover on advertising. From advertising menu, choose campaign manager. On the campaign manager page, click on the create campaign button. Now you need to choose your campaign type. So there are three types of Amazon PPC campaigns that you can choose from. First is sponsored product ads. Sponsored product ads are the most common types of Amazon PPC ads. They're found in search results and product listing pages. When it comes to click-through rates and conversion, sponsored product ads do perform rather well. They're really beneficial since they blend with organic search results. The next type is sponsored brand ads. Sponsored brand ads are found at the top of Amazon searches. It allows the advertisers to include a logo, headline, and 3 or more products. In order for you to use sponsored brand ads, you need to be brand registered as a seller, so you should look into that. The third type is sponsored display ads. Sponsored display ads appear on websites that are owned by Amazon or affiliate websites. It targets the audience who have already viewed your product. You need to be brand registered seller to use sponsored display ads as well. For this demo, I'm going to be selecting sponsored products and click on continue. From there, you'll be directed to campaign setting page. Here you need to fill in a few details, so let's get started. So the first thing that you have to do is to set a campaign name. So when you name a campaign, keep in mind that you can create multiple ad groups within a campaign. So choose a broad campaign name. Also, I suggest mentioning the starting date in the name. It helps you keep your campaigns on track. For this demo, let's give a campaign name of SellerApp Jan 19th January. So next comes campaign portfolios. It offers a new way to create custom groupings of your sponsored products and sponsored brand campaigns. With campaign portfolios, you can choose to mirror the structure of your business and organize campaigns by brand, category, season, or any way you choose. Since this is the first advertising campaign, you don't have to worry about this now, so let's move on to the next step. So the next thing we're going to do is to set a campaign time frame. When choosing a campaign time frames, you have two options. You can set an end date or leave the campaign open indefinitely. We suggest choosing an end date as opposed to leaving it open. If you get really busy with other projects, you don't want to be burning advertising dollars without realizing it. For example, let's run the ad campaign till Feb 19th. The next thing that you do is you need to set a daily budget. So when setting your daily budget, remember that your daily budget adds up rather quickly. So a $50 daily budget will cost you over $700 in 2 weeks. In other words, decide what your monthly budget should be first and then determine your daily budget. So let's give an ad budget of $5 for this campaign. Now you need to select a campaign type. Here you have two options. The first one is automatic targeting. Amazon's algorithm finds relevant keywords and identifies relevant or complementary products to be targeted based on your product listing. Automatic campaigns are a great way to find powerful keywords, which you can then use in your manual campaigns for a precise and effective targeting. Or you can choose a manual targeting, where a seller inputs the keyword products to run the ad, also with the bid for each keyword or product. Essentially, this gives you more control, so let's select manual campaign. Once you've entered your information and made the appropriate selection, let's move on to the next step. So the next step is selecting a campaign bidding strategy. So there are three options to choose from. The first one is dynamic bidding down only. So this means Amazon will lower your bids up to 100% if your ad is less likely to convert. So to understand this a little bit better, let's look at the example. So for example, if you choose dynamic bidding down only with the default bid of $5, your Amazon bid can decrease up to $0. Keep in mind that only search queries that are very unlikely to convert will lower a bid to 0. The next thing that we're going to understand is dynamic bidding up and down. Amazon will raise your bid up to 100% if the likelihood of conversion is high and decrease when it's not. So 100% increases are reserved for top of the page placements. Everything else has an upper limit of 50%. So let's take a look at an example. When you're using dynamic bidding up and down, with a default bid of $5, your Amazon bid can range from $0 to $10. So the next thing we're going to look at is fixed bids. Your bid will be your default bid and any manual adjustments you set will not be changed based on the likelihood of conversion. So let's select dynamic bidding down only. Here you'll be asked to give an ad group name. Keep in mind that you can add multiple ad groups to the same campaign, so choose an appropriate name that will distinguish it from the other ad groups. So next, you'll be choosing which product you'd like to advertise. You can only choose one product for each campaign. And after that, you need to select the targeting type of your campaign. So you can either select keyword targeting or product targeting. So we're going to understand what keyword and product targeting mean. So keyword targeting allows you to choose keywords to show your products in customer searches and detail pages. Use this strategy when you know the search terms that shoppers use to search products similar to yours. And when it comes to product targeting, that allows you to choose specific product, category, brands, or other product features that are relevant to the product in your ad. So you can use this strategy to help shoppers discover your product when browsing detail pages and categories, or for sponsored product and sponsored brands when searching your product on Amazon. You can target categories, products individually, or target a combination of categories and brands in the same campaign. For this demo, I am going to be selecting keyword targeting. So now we are moving on to the most important part for beginner sellers, and this is the part which most beginner sellers find the most confusing. So you'll need to choose keywords. So you'll notice that Amazon offers some suggested keywords. However, we suggest that depending on your product, niche, and customer base, do keyword research and use keywords that work the best for your products. So you can click on the card which has popped up on the screen right now. We have made multiple videos that will help you do your keyword research, SEO, and make sure that your listing is prepped to rank high on Amazon. So click on the card that shows up on the screen right now and you'll be good to go. And here comes the best part. If you're wondering how keyword research can be made easy for you, well, SellerApp has a tool called Keyword Research, and believe me, it's one of the best tools in the market when it comes to keyword research. With SellerApp's keyword research tool, you can identify and search for high converting keywords within seconds. This will ensure that your listing is well optimized, and we play with Amazon's A9 algorithm, so you know that you're on top of your game. If you want to know more about SellerApp's keyword research tool, click the card that shows up on your screen or click the link in the bio and it will lead you to it. So once you found your keyword, click on the Enter List tab and then enter one keyword per line. You may also want to choose whether you want to match the word on broad basis or phrase match or an exact match. So then you click on Add Keywords. Now you need to choose your default bid on the screen that pops up like this. Default bid is how much you're willing to spend for each keyword. Keep in mind that by setting your daily budget and default bid, you're determining how many clicks per day you can get. If you set your daily budget at a $50 mark and your keyword bid at $1, you will only receive 50 clicks per day on your ad. So enter your bid and click on Add Keywords. At the bottom, you will find the negative keyword targeting section. Negative keywords in simple terms are the words or phrases that can stop your ad from showing in certain Amazon search engine results page. So these are the exact opposite of normal keywords. It is really useful if you don't want your ad to show on a specific page. If there are irrelevant keywords where you don't want your PPC ad to show up, you can use SellerApp's keyword research to discover and download negative keywords. Once you have them, copy it to negative keyword targeting section. As before, you can choose from negative exact match or you can choose negative phrase match type. Let's select negative exact and then click on Add Keywords. Once you finish entering your keywords, you can click on Save as Draft to save your process and make more changes at a later time. Otherwise, if everything looks good to you, click on Launch Campaign and that's it. You'll be taken back to your campaign manager page where you should receive a success message. So before we move forward, it is really important to understand the do's and don'ts of setting up an Amazon PPC campaign, and I am going to hand over this section to Ajay, who will be explaining it to you in depth.
Thank you, Ria. And hey sellers, I know you're itching to create your first Amazon PPC campaign after listening to the fantastic guide video by Ria. But before you do that, let us give you 3 do's and don'ts of Amazon PPC campaigns. So without any further ado, let's begin. Let's start with the do's first. Number 1, spend time doing keyword research for your PPC campaigns. The smartest way to unleash the full potential of your Amazon PPC campaign is to find high converting keywords. Number 2, structure your PPC campaigns properly. Investing time and effort on a robust campaign structure really pays off. Number 3, using ASIN targeting campaigns, target the top competitor in your niche so that you can leverage on their visibility to double the reach of your product. Now let me explain the 3 things that you should not do. Number 1, don't spend all of your money on high volume and high competition keywords. These keywords will cost you high without any return on ad spend. Number 2, don't make quick and rash budget changes to your campaigns. We recommend giving 1 to 2 weeks of time before you make any changes. And number 3, don't depend too much on auto campaigns. Although it is a good starting point, especially if you're a beginner, relying too much on them can minimize your potential and cost you since you have no control over the keyword building process. So I hope these tips are really helpful to you. Now back to Ria.
Thank you so much, Ajay, for that informative bit. It is lovely to have you in our YouTube videos. And now it is time for us to end today's video. So before we end this video, I just wanted to say congratulations on creating your first Amazon PPC campaign. You have taken the first step in getting those potential customers to your listings and to get those clicks and to rank high on Amazon. So if you want to optimize your campaigns for low ACoS, high conversion, do not forget to check out our Amazon PPC playlist that has a lot of videos which are going to help you in your later Amazon PPC stages. And of course, if you are already selling on Amazon and you've created campaigns and are just looking for tips tips and tricks to optimize your PPC campaigns, head on to our YouTube playlist. It will be up on the screen right now. Make sure that you check that out and get thorough with Amazon advertising. So that is it for today's video, everyone. I hope you all had a great time. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comment box below. We will get them answered right away. And with SellerApp, we have taken a New Year's resolution of creating more content that is curated for your needs. So if you have any video suggestions or if you're struggling in any part of your Amazon journey, leave them in the comment box below. We have started Seller's Pulse, where we collaborate with our partners and we have in-depth webinars on all things Amazon. Make sure you check that playlist out as well. Until the next time I see you, happy selling.